appease Bob Iger. I'm gonna get fired from every Disney show that I work on.
Okay, wait. Let's do an intro.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Hidden. Oh, it's hidden. It's a secret. It's a Mickey that you can't see. You can't see a Mickey.
A bad
Oh my God.
Disney
A bad Disney podcast, which I actually think is a good Disney podcast. So I'm not married to that log line. We can use it for a little bit, but
2 episodes in.
wait, did you get an update that's like I got a notification where Zoom asked me, "Are you playing music? Set up professional audio and audio settings." So it thinks
no, I
that
didn't
was
get that.
professional audio performance. It's like,
oh, my singing?
Yeah.
Oh, you're singing.
Oh, well, I guess
Probably
you didn't get
you're
the
singing.
notification. Yeah.
No.
So it asked me if I wanted to set
wow.
up professional audio recording. Yeah.
Okay, so the system
It didn't prompt you for that?
No.
See, these are the issues with AI already.
See, no, I think it's commenting on the quality. And I think you won.
It's saying you need some voice lessons.
It's saying like it heard you sing and it was
Right.
like, oh, do you need to turn on your recording equipment? You're probably like a Broadway star or something. And then it heard me singing and it was like, Zoom's already recording, kid. Take it away.
Or is it commenting on that maybe you know your shit and you already have your audio settings like set up professionally?
I really doubt it.
Maybe it's
I had
implying
to
that you're
plug in my
beyond.
headphones for this.
Also, you're not using audio headphones. You're using AirPods Max.
Are those not audio headphones? What do you mean?
Yeah, but isn't it through Bluetooth, which, you know, just changes the quality,
It's worse.
lessens the quality, and you're getting poisoned by radiation. But that's for a different podcast. That is for a different podcast. Bluetooth radiation. You're microwaving a brain. You are microwaving your brain. You should use wired headphones. 5G kills the bees. Ding, ding, ding. 5G kills the bees, but so do I. Okay,
too much to do in one conversation.
A long time since we recorded. Should we update people on our promise that we made?
Have you listened to the most recent episode?
I never listened to our episodes. I can't listen to myself. Should I?
Yeah.
Do I need to do that just to, be a professional and like monitor the quality? Because we don't trust Victor, right?
Oh, obviously we don't trust Victor. Like as a person, right? Like he's untrustworthy.
Yeah, like business-wise, personally, professionally.
Right. I don't know why we chose him to begin with.
I'm
glad we're finally talking about this.
Same. And Victor, if you're listening, which you probably are because you edit this podcast.
You edit this, yeah.
You were going to find out one way or another. And we're still going to keep you on because, I don't really...
I don't want to edit it.
Yeah, me neither. So, okay. Anyways, thanks, Victor.
Thank you, Victor.
Have I listened to our last one?
Oh, yeah, our last one. It was like 5 minutes. It was just you and me.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to listen to it. Should I listen to it right now?
Okay, yeah, let's hear you listen to it.
I don't know if you've noticed, Carrie, but I think I have ADHD. Like the root problem is me.
I don't think the root problem is you.
It's me. Hi.
Oh, you need to set up your recording equipment. It sounds so good. It's probably a professional recording.
Okay, can you please stop because I'm listening to my favorite podcast right now.
Okay, yeah, totally.
It's an award-winning, critically acclaimed podcast. I just have to say this is really good so far.
She's listening to it.
Oh my gosh.
She's so happy.
This is true. I do admire it about you. That's probably why I said it. Okay, I'm not going to listen to the whole thing right now.
Okay. You said a lot of really nice things. And I don't know if I ever even properly thanked you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I must have blacked out when we were recording.
Yeah. Well,
I
we were
think.
on
Yeah.
jet lag. You were really far away.
Yeah. Despite being able to do that episode while I was far away, we had made efforts to record and then just life got in the way.
My dog died and I'm
Yeah.
extremely depressed still.
Ah,
25 minutes ago,
sorry.
I went up to a spot in the backyard that's for crying.
No.
Yeah,
Wait. That's
25
so
minutes ago.
beautiful. That's really
Yeah.
beautiful that you marked a spot in your yard for crying.
Yeah, they call them graves. People keep calling them graves, but that's what they are, you know?
Oh,
You know
is
what I mean?
I thought the grave was not in your yard.
Yeah, you're right. Like her body's in Calabasas.
Mm-hmm.
That's getting a stone, obviously, because that's like the
Mm.
pet cemetery with the MGM lion, other famous animals
Obviously.
like Ella.
Obviously.
Um, but then we were like, well, that's Calabasas. We can't go there every day. And we
Right.
need to be able to
We
visit
need
Ella
to
every
be
day.
able, yeah.
So we decided to change our worldviews completely and put a stone
Okay.
in the backyard and tell ourselves that it's a portal to her grave in Calabasas.
That is so creative and beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, we don't
And crying
believe
looks good
it,
on
but
you.
it's working. Oh, thank you.
You look really good, like visually, physically. Your skin
Oh,
looks awesome. You
you.
look like
Okay.
trim and physically fit. I heard you broke your
You.
toe.
I did break my
Other
toe. And may
tragedy
I
that
say,
none of
you
us
look great
reported.
too.
What?
Look at all those butterfly
Thank
clips,
you.
juicy lips, good
Oh my
makeup. I have
gosh.
no makeup on right now. Okay, here's my foot.
Oh no. How did you break your toe?
Oh,
Harry,
okay. I
that is
know.
so gruesome.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'll
Oh
tell you how I broke my
gosh.
toe. Here's what happened. Welcome to our Disney podcast. Here's how I
Yeah.
broke my toe.
Okay.
I I was carrying 100 pounds worth of cat shit
Why?
because we have a litter robot, and at
Oh,
the end of the
right.
month you empty it and it's just so much cat shit.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay, okay.
Drew's been emptying it, and I didn't realize he was doing this. He was just like pulling it to the porch and not taking it all the way to the
Drew.
end. So
Drew.
I pick up one bag and he's like, "Oh, you're taking those to the trash. Here's four more. They're on the porch." So I grab all of those. It's 10 p.m.
Drew.
I'm walking I'm walking down our steps. But no, like at this point it's my fault, right? I don't have shoes on. It's 10
You
p.m.
had
It's really
decided to
dark.
take them all at
I'm
once
like, I'm gonna carry 100 pounds of feces now.
without working out.
And
Yeah.
oh my God, yeah. And then they like swung together. They became a wrecking ball. The wrecking ball came at me. I
No.
flew up and over the
Oh
wrecking
my
ball in front of
God.
me. I
Drew.
landed on the pile of cat shit with my with my
Oh,
leg pulled out
oh,
behind me on the stairs, and one toe pulled the wrong way.
no, you got pile driven by a wrecking ball of cat shit. That's
Yeah.
worse than breaking your foot.
Oh,
You,
the indignity of it.
yeah, and well, I think
Mm.
also just having to experience like getting pummeled by an enormous, like like child-sized ball of shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That didn't do anything. I didn't get like like whatever killed Houdini when someone punched him in the gut. I didn't get that. But
Okay.
I'm still dealing with my broken toe. And I went, you'll like this. I went
Ah,
to a faith healer on Sunday to
okay. How'd you
try.
like that? Was it my
Okay.
friend? Was it my friend? Okay. Good. I'm glad you didn't say that because he's actually legitimate.
One day we'll tell that story. It was well, actually I can't say. It was someone for an Ross and Carrie, but she did
Okay.
not heal my toe.
Fuck.
Still broken.
Ah, I know you had high hopes for that. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I
Maybe it just
know.
takes a couple weeks for her to healing energy to kick in to that. You called this emergency record because
emergency.
Something astronomically important happened on Disney property. My jaw was on the floor when Carrie texted me this news this week. Not to build it up too much, but I had this come into my inbox in my text message inbox, which is just into my phone. But I'm not sure calling my phone my inbox. I had this message pummel into my inbox like 100-pound ball of cat shit, and my jaw was on the floor. And you go ahead, say what it is, Carrie.
Someone beat us to it. A man went to Disneyland and got completely naked in It's a Small World.
Oh my God.
And had to be taken out.
Oh my God.
And is charged with indecent exposure and being under the influence. They didn't say of what, and I was like, he's not driving, but maybe being in public under the influence is something. I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Public drunkenness, like being obnoxious, I think.
Okay.
Being obnoxious while intoxicated. If being obnoxious was against the law, I'd be locked up. Wow. So I know we were really holding on to doing that someday, the idea of doing that someday. So
I know.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be the first. Well,
we can get naked on another ride.
First? He can't have been the first, right?
No, actually, let's do the research right now because this is an investigative journalistic.
Good point. Okay.
Podcast. Yeah.
First person to get naked at Disneyland.
Yeah, you search that, and then I'm going to look up how many times has there been instances of nudity at Disneyland? How many
good idea, because this is not good.
Nudity at Disneyland. Oh, really? What are you finding?
Oh, just that one guy has so many returns that it immediately dominates the search when I search the way I did.
Same.
Okay, let me try something.
Look up like criminal record log of Disneyland.
I think that's going to be hard to find anytime soon.
Incidents at Disneyland Resort. First thing that popped up. Let's see it.
Okay.
Notable incidents that have taken place. Okay, here we go. So I'll just kick it off with Alice in Wonderland. These are in alphabetical order on Wikipedia. So I'm literally just
nudity incidents.
No, these are just list of incidents.
I know we've talking about the deaths. Okay, let's hear them.
On December 21st, 2000, a 15-year-old boy from Mesa, Arizona suffered a broken leg. That's boring. After his foot became stuck between a guardrail and the car in which he was riding. Police claim that the boy might have dangled his leg outside of the car, causing the injury. Wow, I wonder.
That's like something I would have expected to happen every 5th Tuesday at Disneyland.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Okay.
Alice in Wonderland. Okay. Oh, that's a great ride.
America Sings. 18-year-old Deborah.
Oh, I know about this.
Oh, you do? Go ahead, take it away.
I think this is the woman who she was sliced in half because she fell between the two rotating canopies.
This is actually awful. Yeah. She was crushed to death after slipping between a revolving wall and a stationary platform inside the America Sings attraction. July 8th, 1974. She was in the wrong place during a ride intermission. It was unclear whether this was the result of inadequate training or a misstep, as the ride had only opened about a week earlier. The attraction was closed for 2 days while the crews cleaned up. Yeah, I mean, that's
yuck.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Yeah. It's wow, what a jump from number 1 to number 2. Number 1 is someone broke a foot while misstepping in a ride, and number 2 is someone got brutally slaughtered.
Yeah.
What's 3 gonna be?
Okay, this is going I think with one of your favorite attractions, Carrie, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. There's a few of them here.
That's fine.
March 10th, 1998, a 5-year-old boy was seriously injured when his foot became wedged between the passenger car's running board and the edge of the platform after the train temporarily paused before pulling into the unloading area. Each toe on his left foot required amputation.
Ah!
Disneyland then made improvements to the ride, though the family claims that the park would not acknowledge the accident as the reason for doing so. What doesn't make any sense? Okay.
Oh, I see. Probably because Disneyland was like, if we admit that, then they can ask for more. Like they can recover more damages.
Well, of course they're not going to admit that. They're not going to admit to anything. Those
yeah.
dirty bastards.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a bunch of mice. They're a bunch of mouses. Mickey Mouses.
Mm-hmm. You said it.
Oh, next one. September 5th, 2003, a 22-year-old man died after suffering severe blunt force trauma and extensive internal bleeding in a derailment of the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad roller coaster that also injured 10 other riders. Oh my God. That was in 2003?
Wait, what happened? I zoned out.
He suffered severe blunt force trauma and extensive internal bleeding due to a derailment of the roller coaster. There's 3 instances under Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay. And listen, I go into theme parks with this like blind optimism that they have sorted all this stuff out by 2003. Like I wasn't going to theme parks in 2003 thinking that the roller coaster would get derailed. Now I'm like, that makes going on roller coasters scary.
Oh, really?
I mean, actually scary. I know that they're thrill rides, but like, yeah, the idea that they didn't have that worked out in 2003, the safety of a roller coaster, that's too recent for comfort, no?
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, there's been so many people at Disneyland between 2003 and now, on the order of
What if
millions.
that was you, though,
So,
Carrie?
No, totally. I mean, so I'm just saying I think your odds are still low of getting in that kind of trouble. But it's interesting to see you react this way because I just went through the same thing where a media story kind of fucked up my risk analysis about something.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like very consuming trying to figure out like how scared should I be? It was that Titanic submarine. Listen, I mean, it's ate up a lot of my summer.
I mean, that was like it was disorienting, that story, because you think if you're going to pay that much money to go on some sort of tourism attraction, that they would have like assessed all of the safety and risk measures, I guess. Yeah. I mean, they did
People
not
just
fully assess. They did not fully
trusted this
assess.
guy. And the guy got on the submarine. The guy who owns the place got on the submarine. So you can't even use that mental rule of like, well, if he feels safe, it must be safe. No.
Well, yeah. I mean,
doesn't this fuck with you? This really fucks with me.
I mean, no, it did. It did. I mean, but also, yeah. I mean, it makes you think about all the tours that you sign up for. But I'm a tour head. Like whenever I go on a trip, I love signing up for activities and tours. And I guess I kind of realized through doing these tours, but yeah, I am like remembering maybe the first time I realized that I was like, oh, this is just some guy that like has kayaks and like started a tour and like he posted about it online.
Yeah.
Like he's not like officially like sanctioned by anybody to like give these tours. There's no like safety measures,
regulatory
like
board.
Yeah, there's no regulation by any sort of like I don't know. Like who would regulate that? The government? There's no organization that regulates safety on these like tourism
on a kayak. Yeah.
The first time I realized it, I was in Los Cabos and Cabo San Lucas. What is it?
That's
Cabo?
a place.
Los Cabos? Fuck my tits. Anyway.
Cabo San Lucas is a place.
You know what? I do really good on Duolingo. but I can't speak it conversationally for the life of me. Spanish. Anyways, I was
Yeah,
in
it's hard to
Cabo
listen.
San Lucas and I was on a kayaking tour with this really hot guy. This
Oh,
had
is
not
this
been this.
Haas?
Yes, this is Haas. But the
Should
moment
I not
that
say his name?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't
Okay,
think
cool.
he listens to this
I
anyways.
remember it was a cool
And I think
name.
he knows that I think he's hot because of
You,
what happened
you,
subsequently. But so the
yeah.
moment that I
Okay.
realized it was just this guy giving a tour that had dreamt this up in his bedroom was he like asked me and Abe if we wanted to like climb up this really high, like dangerous rock in the middle of the ocean where like Abe sliced his hand or his foot open or something. And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you got to be careful about that." I was just like, "What?" And then we like jumped off, but then other people on the tour,
Wait, you jumped off what?
we jumped off the top of this like rock that was in the middle of the ocean, but there was like, it was just like a place he went to as a kid. And
Okay.
he wanted to share that with me and Abe. But there was other
Oh,
people because he had connected with me and Abe and like we had befriended
right.
him and we were having, fun, friendly chatter. And but then the other people on the tour wanted to join in, but he didn't really trust them like physically as much. And I saw him get a little bit worried when like the other people on the tour were
Mm,
attempting it. And I thought like, oh, this isn't like a thing that you normally do. And also like haven't assessed like the danger of this for like
yeah.
people on your and he even told me like later, a couple nights later, that yeah, he was like worried when other people on the tour were doing it and he had like assessed that me and Abe were physically fit enough and capable enough to be able to do it just based on like us talking
Oh,
about
I
hiking
see.
and stuff. But yeah, he didn't, but which was like, I mean, a little bit short-sighted of him to not foresee that like other people would want to do that. If you
Yeah.
if you're going to take people to do something super fun and like jump off this super high rock in the middle of the ocean, like of course the other people on the tour are
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do it.
Yeah. It feels very much
Yeah.
like favoritism.
Yeah. Which
So okay, right. Yes, she's making a face to say if I was his favorite, dot dot dot. Okay, so you figure out, oh, he's just a guy with kayaks. Is that
yeah.
the moment when you decide to sleep with him, or had you already slept with him?
Oh no, I had oh my gosh, I hope my mom doesn't listen to this.
There's no
Um
way your mom listens to this podcast. There is no
yeah, I
way.
don't I don't think so. It was after the fact after the tour that I met him on the tour.
Oh, right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and
So
there wasn't sleeping on the tour, so it wouldn't be on the tour.
no, there
Okay,
was
okay.
no nap time on the tour.
So you started out thinking maybe it's a professional. Then you were like, no, it's not a professional, and I'm a tiny bit in danger. And then step three was have sex.
Uh yeah, that
Yeah,
that's the A to B.
yeah. All right.
A to B
Hey,
to
we've all
C.
been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean?
that's the only logical conclusion, right? In
But
the
see,
middle of
here's the
the ocean.
problem.
What?
Risk is fun. Now that's
That's
the
what I'm
problem.
saying. It's attractive.
Risk is fun.
It's
Risk is a
magnetic.
little fun. Well,
Oh
and it's
yeah,
like how we create. It's how we get things done. Is some risk.
exactly. It's
So
how we make
then,
this podcast. We're
right.
taking
So
big
then,
risks.
what if you have like a bajillion nerd fans, and you can imagine someone coming to you and saying, "Do you want to get on the Titanic?" And you can picture yourself
Uh,
saying, "Well, I
yeah,
hate sex, but I should
yeah.
do the exposure and I should get over it. And it's usually
Mm-hmm.
$125,000. So sure, Mr. Stockton Rush,
Of
I'll get
course
on
it's
your
safe.
stupid summary." And okay, so if I go and I actually
Okay, you
check
know
all
his
the
full name.
regulation, I
Yeah.
start if I actually went and looked up the regulation, then sure, I would figure it out. I would know it was dangerous, blah, 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 blah. Do we do that every single time we make decisions like this? No, we don't go and look up the regulation every single time.
Of
No.
course not. I mean, you and I were about to go to China a few years ago before we realized that they had already released COVID-19 from the lab over there.
It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that.
But we did, impulsively decide to do that, which I think is fun. I know it's also like a symptom
Yeah.
of our both having ADHD, but I think that's what makes life exciting. And if that's what ADHD is, then I love having ADHD. I love being neurodivergent. I think it's so fun and really hard to keep my apartment clean. But if I had to choose between having a super fun life and having a clean apartment, I would choose fun life. And I think I am saying that now because that is actively what I'm choosing. My apartment is
Aw.
disgusting. It is
Yeah,
disgusting.
we have a messy house. You've seen our house.
Yeah,
Also, like it's decorated in a crazy way. I like to have a bunch of stimulating ordered chaos around me. It's nice.
I agree. Yeah, but I am trying to, get better about that. Anyway, so should I
All
continue
right.
with Big Thunder Mountain Railroad?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, what else has happened
Yeah,
at
but in
Disneyland?
regards to Titanic submarine, that is something that both you and I would say yes to, probably immediately, pretty
Oh
immediately.
my God. You think you would have said yes? You think you would have been on it?
If somebody said, "Hey, do you want to go on a submarine to explore the Titanic?" I would have said, "Oh yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be awesome." Of course.
Yeah.
Why would I
I
say
don't know
no?
confidently what I would do. Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not after what happened, but
Right.
prior
And
to
so
that,
and the ding dang fourth and fifth estate journalism did not step in
no, it didn't ding dang.
beforehand.
It
I
didn't
went and
ding
I
dang.
looked at all the media coverage before the incident. It's all very fawning. Afterwards, everyone's like, "Oh, these people were so stupid," and I'm like, "What? Well, what did they do? What did they not do that you would have done? You need to articulate something if you're going to call these people dumb. I know they're rich, but are
Exactly.
they dumb? That's the
But
question."
well, people are inherently dumb, Carrie. That is
Well,
why we are living in a society that continues to drive, cars that run on oil when we have the technology to make cars run on water. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but it's also
I
true.
don't think that's not a conspiracy theory. Aren't there hydropowered cars?
Yeah, okay, but they won't let them operate because of the oil industry, and I think letting
Oh,
people like that run the world is dumb.
oh,
So
sure. Yeah,
humans are
no,
inherently
lobbying's
dumb.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Um,
lobbying's bad.
back to Big Thunder
Okay,
Mountain
yeah,
Railroad.
here we go.
July 8th, 2004. So this is 1 year after somebody had blunt force trauma and 10 other people were injured. Just 1 year
Right.
after.
Okay.
3 family members from Telluride, Colorado suffered injuries after a coaster train collided with another one parked at the station.
A
So
coaster train?
they had a head-on collision with a parked like coaster train, a parked car essentially. They like ran into a parked one.
Okay.
The brakes didn't go when the brakes didn't weren't engaged when the ride was over. They didn't come to a stop. They just ran into the car in
Okay.
front of
It
them.
crashed into the one in front of them. Okay. At
Yeah.
what ride?
Big
Is
Thunder
this still
Mountain
Big
Railroad.
Thunder?
This is big,
Close
still
it
Big Thunder.
down. What is going
This
on
is
at this
still
place?
Big Thunder.
Actually, don't close it down. It's been like 20 years. It's fine.
But yeah.
But that's crazy that so much was happening there.
Yeah.
There was a problem.
Big time. I mean, maybe we should save the rest of these for next time. I think
Do
maybe
you think
each
that's what?
episode we should go through some of these because there's just a very long
Good
list
idea. Good
that I don't
idea.
think we have the time to cover today.
Do you think the big in Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is for the big number of injuries that have happened there?
That would be my best guess.
Mm-hmm. Me
What about
too.
you?
They hide it in plain sight like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, speaking of hiding in plain sight, so recently I was emailing with somebody who would be considered a celebrity, and their email is their first and last name at gmail.com. And there has
Mm-hmm.
been an astronomical number of people who are considered celebrities that is their email.
Yes, totally.
They're hiding in plain sight.
Yep, totally.
They,
I've
they
met these people.
yeah. I mean, we know them all too well.
I've met one of them. You've met one of them. We both met more of them.
It's just astounding to me. Like, this person is so famous, not to be like whatever bragging that like I was emailing with some famous person, but
Amy
I
Poehler?
was genuine. No. Actually, hers is hard to guess. But I was genuinely surprised by this person. I'm like, you are way too famous for this email.
Is it like okay, let me just tell me if it's crazy, if it's hotter than this person or not, like more
like
famous than this person
hot?
or not.
Oh, more famous.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Tom Cruise at gmail.com.
Colder.
John Krasinski at gmail.com.
Hotter. Maybe
More famous than John Krasinski. Or okay, laterally famous.
Laterally famous, parallel.
Whoa, this is a really famous person. Chris Evans at gmail.com.
Colder.
Not as
Wait, I actually don't know who Chris Evans. I don't know who that is, so maybe
I don't really know who that is either. Dick Van Dyke at gmail.com.
Oh, Colder. I mean, that's a legendary person.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I can tell you, but you have to bleep this, Victor. Like, I'll get in serious. I'll just tell you after, because what if Victor misses it by mistake? I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
Not saying that Victor's bad, which we already established.
Well, he is. He's pretty bad at his job, so he might miss it. He might miss the one thing he has to do, which is edit things out and put sounds.
As soon as we can get an AI editor on this, I am going to enact that, because I can actually trust that a computer wouldn't miss a detail like that. But right now, with somebody who can make human error at the helm, I just can't. I can't hand it over like that. But I will tell you after we finish recording.
Okay. Well, speaking of AI, Natalie, do you have AI on the mind?
They have it big time on the mind because, listen, SAG-AFTRA went on strike for 118 days. And, everyone's under the impression now that the strike is over, but it's actually, the strike is suspended right now while we vote on this contract that, for lack of a better word, is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And after like doing all my research and looking through all the literature thoroughly and hearing different perspectives speak to the protections and the gains of this contract, I do not know why they are encouraging us to vote yes on this. And not only are they encouraging us to vote yes, some people are insinuating that if we don't put this contract through, that we will actually have a worser contract. If we go back into negotiations, we'll come out of it with a worser contract, which goes against the logic of what it means to strike in the first place. You are supposed to withhold labor as leverage in order to make gains for, the littlest guy in your union. The only protections and significant gains in this contract are mostly for recognizable people, like essentially celebrities. And people who are on big time successful TV shows. Yeah, the protections for AI are essentially for recognizable faces. What they subbed out for residuals, they subbed in this thing called a streaming bonus, which is replacing the idea of residuals. You can only achieve that bonus if your show garners 20% of domestic viewership within the first 90 days of being released on the platform. And there is no regulation.
20%?
Yes, which is an astronomical number. I don't think people understand like how much viewership that is. That's
like TV in the 90s.
Yeah. It's millions, and it's like Stranger Things level of success within the first 90 days. And also there's no regulation as far as the platforms go against, like, they could hide the show on the platform, they could release it on the platform and then start to promote it after 90 days. They could deplatform the show at 89 days. They could, hide it in the algorithm or make it less visible to people. They could not put it in the top 10. There's so many things that they can do if they want to avoid paying this bonus.
So then the people who are saying, oh, if we vote no, we're going to get a worse deal next, are they thinking that the that your adversaries are already so pissed off that they're going to retaliate? Or
I guess
what's the
so.
thinking there?
That would be my only logical conclusion. And the word on the street is that the negotiating committee caved because the AMPTP was threatening them to cancel shows that were already on the air. And it's like, why are you caving to those threats? Like, if they want to cancel their successful shows because they don't want to give the actors like revenue that is meaningful, that equates to like the value of their work that they put into something, then why are we entertaining that?
Mm-hmm. So
It's
if this
really
passes, will you
frustrating.
feel like you didn't really get anything out of the strike?
Yeah, I mean, they're
Mm.
they're saying that there's this like there's these billions of dollar or $1 billion in gains, but to me those aren't meaningful gains. You know,
Mm-hmm.
uh like one of the things that they did succeed in doing was creating some like regulations around like self tapes and like the turnaround time that you have to do that for. And, like auditioning such a huge, I was going to say
Totally.
time suck, but I mean, it is a part of the job. But anyway, I could go on
It's
and on.
yeah, it's very demanding. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it is, it's something that people choose.
That's true of every job, though. Like
Yeah.
every job, we could be like, well, you chose the job. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. We
But
can still make the labor better on the
with, with,
laborers.
with the protections they have in place now for AI, the entry level position for most actors, which is doing background work, will be completely eliminated within
Yeah,
like the
that's
next three
so
years.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So
my aunt's full-time income. She's a background actor.
really,
That's what she does. Yeah.
well, and right now they have negotiated for a minimum number of SAG actors that they must hire on a set for background. But beyond that number, they're allowed to use synthetic performers.
That's nuts.
And there's no regulation around, an amalgamation of somebody's eyes, nose, mouth, not have to pay any of those performers unless they specifically notice that they're using their eyes. And then they would have to go through all that litigation
And
uh,
prove it.
and be able to prove. And
Oh my
nobody's
God.
going to take the time. Who's going to take the time to do that and be like, and also be noticing a background actor enough and to say like, I think that's, and to be like that ego driven to notice your nose on somebody like in shallow depth of field in the background. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. No, that's anxiety provoking for the background actors who now are like expected to track this for
Yeah.
themselves, whether your nose was stolen. Yeah, no, that's it's crazy making. Is there any one thing that like, oh, if they changed this about the contract, I'd be on board, or is it too many singular things?
If they gave greater protections in regards to AI and more specific regulations around the AI, then I would approve it. And if they gave us a more obtainable way of garnering residuals that's more like equal to what it used to be with like the Nielsen rating system.
Okay, where it's like in
An
line with
easier
how
way
many
to
people are
obtain
watching the thing.
residuals. Yeah, an easier way to obtain residuals.
Yeah, something I didn't know at all until Drew told me is that the the ratings for streaming are just completely opaque. Like no one knows
Nobody knows.
how many people are watching these
Yeah, they
things.
keep it all to themselves. And that was something else that we were fighting to get and we didn't achieve, I think.
Yeah,
Don't
that
quote me on
feels
that
really
one.
important to me. Okay, but
They
but
won't disclose it. They won't disclose it, but I'm actually not sure on that, but I'm pretty sure.
that kind of lack of transparency stuff, like that's
It's
bad.
bullshit. It's
Yeah, yeah.
bullshit. So I've been
That's not
speaking
good for an
out
industry.
a little bit against it on my Instagram, which is scary because, the AMPTP, that's the studio, that's the people that hire you.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then I'm like, well, they're not going to want to hire, me being a big mouth, but I'm like, I don't care anymore. I just don't care. I'm like, fine, don't hire me. You guys are bastards, and I don't want to make anything for you anyway if you're gonna be greedy bastards.
Great. That's a great position to take, dude.
But I do want them to.
I know.
I'm just really frustrated and upset with them.
No, both things can be true. Genuinely,
it's so heartless of them to like not give residuals to working actors. Like, how do they expect people to retire if they're not making like so much of the income that helps seniors qualify for health insurance is from their residuals.
Yeah, I mean, I think the unspoken answer here is like they're not really worried about the, like, if you will, the middle class of performers.
And that's what the unions are supposed to protect.
Right. They're fine with it just being John Krasinski and Tom Cruise at gmail.com. And then
killing everybody else.
But that means like no Natalie. Really. I mean, like that means a lot of really successful full-time actors who like most of America would look at their lives and be like, this is so amazing. You're living the dream. You're an actor. They're like struggling. Because it's actually it's such a hard industry unless you're at the very top of it. And it makes
it's already
makes a lot of sense how you feel.
Yeah. So I made a video. Can you watch it and let me know if I should post it?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's only 4 days left to vote, but I figure like if there's any chance that like somebody hasn't voted yet, might as well try.
Okay, listeners, I'm gonna watch this for the first time. Do you want to watch it with me?
Sure.
Plans very thoroughly the issues with the contract. I linked it in my bio.
Sean Sharma, member of the SAG-AFTRA negotiation committee, voted against ratifying the contract.
Artificial intelligence, of course, is a huge part of this. The right time to lock up protections, especially around something like this, is when it's in its infancy, not when it's in full maturity, where it's a huge profit center for the companies, can ingest all of our performances, all of our previous work, our behavior, our photos, our voices into a model, and then spit out a synthetic performer that has little trace pieces of all of our DNAs. But you have to look at this synthetic performer that was made in the meat grinder of everybody's data and say, hey, that's my nose. If we couldn't get it while we were striking, what are the chances we're going to get more when we're not striking?
Great clip.
Yeah.
Great intro. Great clip. You look great, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
you. Like a 70. You know, you look like one of the hot Flintstones.
Oh my God. That's such a huge compliment. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Maybe next Halloween I'll be a hot Flintstone. But
there you go.
Yeah, well, fuck you, Bob Iger, and all you other fucking studio heads. Suck my clit, you pieces of shit. And please pick up my show that I'm pitching to you guys right now. And
are you really pitching something to Disney right now?
Yeah. I just had a meeting with Hulu this morning.
Great.
And FX the other day.
Okay. Cool.
All Disney companies.
Wait, but is Hulu? Oh yeah, Hulu's Disney, isn't it? Because it has all the ABC shows. All right. Cool.
But I do have to get going.
Okay, great. No,
I love you so much.
Okay, have a Disney day. Bye.
Bye. I think next year, like, I would love to make it a goal with you. Like, we should pitch it somewhere.
Okay.
Don't you think we should?
Yeah. I mean, I've liked this idea when it's come up. It's just like knowing where to go. And I just don't. I've had so many experiences of like people trying to buy On Rock and make it a TV show, and they just want to insert like so much bullshit. And like if someone really were just like, go, then absolutely.
Let's just, you know what, the best way to do that, honestly, is to just keep at it ourselves and then have it be successful. And then,
And then, that's probably right. Oh my God, golly. Oh my God.
Oh, good golly.
Oh my God.
Did she fart on you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's my cue.
Thanks, bye.
I love you so much.
You too. Bye.
Okay, see you soon. Bye.